Present.
Mr. Gabriel Espinosa.
Here.
Mr. Vince Martinez.
Here.
Mrs. Debbie Young.
Here.
Okay, we do have a quorum, 7-0. Number 3, a moment of reflection. Number 4, Chief, any,
Yes, sir. Sonia Perez.
okay, let me go ahead and find the, go ahead and I'll go ahead and,
Page 4.
Yeah, it's page 4, so it's on the back of. Got it?
I have it here, I'm just waiting for her to, so I can learn this stuff. Let me give you
That's fine.
and then you can make a presentation. Public comments portion of our meeting is available to members of the public who wish to address the board regarding an item on tonight's agenda. Anyone who wants to speak during the public comments must sign up prior to the start of the meeting, which you did, and list the agenda item that you want to discuss. It's public comment, speaker will be allowed a maximum of 3 minutes to address the board. Any public testimony, speaker who is speaking through a translator will receive up to 10 minutes. Please keep your comments or criticisms civil and courteous. Please also avoid using profanity, refrain from making personal attacks on others during your opportunity to speak. Last, we ask that you not discuss students who are not your own, children, yelling, inappropriate, uncivil, discriminatory comments will not be permitted. In the event your comments in the judgment of the presiding officer constitute a complaint or charge against the employee or officer, it may be necessary for me to interrupt and ask you to stop and direct you to proceed with the school district formal grievance procedure or to have items heard in executive session depending on the nature of your complaint. Do you have Cruz? Can you give her, when it's 2 minutes, go ahead and let her know that unless she's got 1 more minute, so.
Whenever you're ready. You ready?
Yes.
There you go.
Okay, good evening. I have a few concerns and questions about our insurances. Insurance premiums have been deducted biweekly. Where are all those monies going to? Our insurance has been inactive since December the 1st, 2025, for a total of 69 days. Why were we not notified? Where is the transparency that we talked about? During this period, I have accumulated medical bills that are over $1,000 and still waiting on some that are pending. I want to know how it will be taken care of. My understanding is that when an insurance becomes inactive, the person is responsible. Who is responsible in overseeing all the payments that are made on time? I spoke to, can I say a name? No? Okay, I spoke to someone at central office today about my health insurance. And he directed me to 2 other persons that they would handle that I wasn't able to get through them today. I appreciate you all looking into my questions and my concerns. I understand that the insurance has been was active today at 1:30, but at my end, when I logged in, it's not active on my side. I thank you for your time and have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, on 5, special recognition, LSG recognition of board goals. 3, CMR, progress measure number 2, Medrones.
For this one, Mr. Espinosa and board, we do not have a presentation, so we will move on to number 6.
Okay, progress monitoring report.
Mr. Moreno will report February progress monitoring for reading and math pre-K 8. You should have your reports.
Good evening, everyone. It should look like this. I don't know if it was in the board packet or if it was one of the. It looks like it goes around. You'll see it on the screen as well. Right there. It's front and back. Mine is 2 pages, but yours should be on top. Yes, it is. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So as you can see, the top is just a chart showing the Lexiles trend over time. We're looking specifically at that last column where you can see that, like, where it's number 220, 405, 515, 675. That's just showing you the progression of our Lexiles over the last year. That last column being February. So you can kind of see we are moving in that upward trend, is which we would, what we expect to see, and what we like to see as well. You can see we're moving up towards that. But I want to bring your attention down to that bottom table. In grade 3, we did see anyone that's not red, it's a gain. So we see a gain of 25 Lexiles to 515. The average Lexile for a 50 in the 50th percentile, meaning that's kind of what we're aiming for. That's the average passing standard. That's the Lexile of the reading test. When the test is made, that is what the Lexiles that it's set at about 590. So we're below 75 Lexiles from. I just want to make sure I was looking at the right one. Lexiles from where we're supposed to be, but we still have quite 2 months to get there. So by the end of March or April, that's where our goal is to be at as close to 590 as we can, or close to that column as we can. In grade 4, we did see a gain of 45 Lexiles to 675. Our goal is to be at 790, but we are, like I said, we are moving forward. We are moving up. That's just what we want to see. Like I said, we do have until April to get there. Grade 5, we're at 40 Lexiles, which puts us at 745 Lexiles, which is about a difference of 180. So we need to put in some work there. We see grade 6, we had a loss of 5 Lexiles, bringing us down to 720. The goal here would be at 1,010 Lexiles. Grade 7, we saw an increase of 45 Lexiles to 825. We're below the 50 percentile of about 255. We have, in grade 8, we saw an increase of 25 Lexiles to 890. Which leads us to the difference of about 250 from the 50th percentile. But we are seeing, in most grade levels, we did see an increase from where we were in January. Sorry, we're in February already. Into February, so we did see an increase, and we are expecting more, especially as we start moving more into our STAR season, when we start hitting those passages, we start hitting those readings, addressing the gaps that we need to in order to make sure that the students are on grade level at the STAR test. You can see that column to the side where it says, where it's highlighted. Those are the scale scores for the approaches, meets, and masters per grade level. So our goal is, of course, that yellow column, which puts us at meets. That's the goal for the district. We'll be getting a little bit more information on that next month once we start taking our benchmarks. Our benchmarks this next week. So we'll have more information on that. We can move over to our quantiles on the next page. So we can see our quantiles, we are significantly better in math, which is historically what we've seen here in Crystal City. We've seen our math scores kind of outperform our reading. So in grade 3, we had an increase of 170 quantiles to 525 quantiles, which puts us actually above the 50th percentile on average by about 95 quantiles. In grade 4, we saw an increase of 90 quantiles to 590 quantiles, putting us above about 15 quantiles above the 50 percentile. Grade 5, we saw an increase of 180 quantiles to about 785 quantiles, which put us above, again, 90 quantiles to the 50th percentile. Grade 6, we do see a drop in 70 quantiles to 685 quantiles, which dropped us about 110 quantiles, putting us below. A little bit below, but we're nothing that we can't make up. If we gain those 70, which is that red, gain back, it's only about 30 below, which we can make up from now to April. In grade 7, we did see about a drop of 45 quantiles, putting us below to 790, putting us below 95 quantiles. But again, if we break up that 45, which I know we can, with some intervention, and then we move it forward into April, we can meet that goal of 885 quantiles. In grade 8, we see a quantile jump of 140 to 950 quantiles, putting us about 15 behind, which puts us right on grade level where we want to be. Those columns to the side stay about the same. We do see approaches, meets, and masters, with our goal, of course, being meets in the middle. Just to bring you some information on the bottom, we will be spring benchmarking starting next week for most grade levels on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Tuesday, the February 17th, we'll be testing RLA all the way through English 2. On Wednesday, we'll be taking we'll be taking math, grades 3 through algebra 1. On the 19th, we'll be taking grades 5, 8, and bio and U.S. history, and then on Friday, on the 20th, we're taking social studies. We did have to make some adjustments to a band competition. There's a band competition at junior high, so we had to make some adjustments to the junior high. So junior high will actually be testing this week on Thursday and Friday, and the 8th graders, just to address the band. There's a band competition. And all benchmarks are going to be the 2025 released exams from last year. So it's going to be the exact test that last year's cohort saw. And do you all have any?
Yeah, I have a question. I mean, when you mentioned Lexals, Quintals, for about over last year, I mean, when the kids take the test, right now, I mean, actually the elementaries, we know how many kids reading level.
Yes, so this level is an average, but we are able to pull it at the actual individual student level, so the teachers can pull their student levels, and it'll tell them Matthew has a 700 Lexile.
And they tell them you're reading at a second grade level.
Yeah, and then there's a little chart that we've given the teachers that tells them, you know, this student's reading at a second grade level. Or
That share with the parents.
that I'm not sure. I mean, we have shared it with
I
the
have some
teachers.
kids, and I never grandkids. I mean, and right now,
We can get it for him.
I don't know.
What the word? Yeah.
They're reading. I mean, I try to tutor them, and they say, "Well, I'm at the quintile, whatever."
Yes. No, definitely. I mean, yeah, that's definitely something that we can definitely get to the parents. We can make sure the parents get their updated scores. It is monthly, so you're actually able to track it by month to see where they're reading at, the grade levels, you know, all their math levels that it tells you. It just, whether it's not going home, I can't speak to that. But I mean, I'm sure, like you heard Mr. Alvarado say, they can definitely get that to you.
Could you mail that out, maybe like in the report?
Well,
card?
yeah, well, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Mr. Alvarado said, I can give it to you. What about the rest of the parents? I mean, how do they know what the kids are reading? I mean, I know parents be saying, well, I'm trying to tutor him at home or whatever. But I don't know, I mean, at what level. And it's not only for Benito Juarez, it's for,
Yeah, you're talking for everybody. You want,
I mean,
the parents.
how can we make sure that the parents get that information and that they can understand? And if they want to help them at home, well, I mean, they might have a book. I know there's books that have, but I mean,
Definitely. I mean, that's something definitely we can look into. We can meet with the principals and discuss sending, because it is an actual individual file that comes with the student. And that's something that we can send along with the report card. And then there's even, on the Quintile website, let's say you are reading at a 700, it'll tell you strategies that you can do to help you increase it if you're not on grade level. So that's something that we can definitely get with the principals and see if they're able to stuff it. Maybe I don't know if we can put it actually on the report card, but maybe at least an insert to go.
well, an insert like Sammy is saying, I mean, I don't know how you send the report cards. I think it's just.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely something we can look into, and we can meet with the principals and we can see how we can get that to the
Is
parents.
there a way for parents to access like the kids' online
The scores,
information?
not so much, because it comes from Amira, so it's the Amira website. The students are able to log in at home, but as far as I know, we have it set to where like they can't take the ISD at home because and things like that. So I don't know exactly how. I've never seen it from the home end. I've only ever seen it from the educator end. I don't know if it tells them what levels they're at.
Has there been any training? I mean, I have kids in fourth grade and stuff, and I've never seen the training been given to the
parents?
or to the parents to be able to access their.
I know. I don't think we've ever had a training, but I know that's definitely something that we can look into. We can get some training for the parents, maybe like when they have like an open house, or like a reading night or something. That's definitely something, because there are activities that they can do at home to help them, and it's on Amira that lets them move towards their goal.
another question, on the one that we were using last year, I mean, I was able to get, into that. On the one, the umbrella that you're using right now, I mean,
It's the same thing.
I mean, Ms. Robbins gave me the information, but I cannot.
Yeah.
What I do, I mean, when I know they took the test, I'll call her and she'll make me a copy and give it to, Ms. Alvarado secretary, and that's how I keep track of.
Yeah, definitely. Well,
Pero
that's-
la otra no podía, I mean, I just throws me somewhere or.
Yeah, so with the Mira, we have to be careful because it is a brand new platform. So if you're not logging into the correct platform, or they give you the wrong, or you're on the wrong website, or like you're still trying to log into the old iStation website, it won't work. So when you're logging in, you have to log into that specific. There's a specific one just for Crystal City ISD. So that's something that would have to be shared with like the guys.
Give me the information, I mean, Ms. Robbins.
Yes.
And I still can't, so now I'm not gonna bother with it, I just go and remind her and she'll have it ready.
Yeah, definitely. But that's definitely something we can look into. We can look into see how we can make that process a little bit easier for the parents.
But also the comparison of the reading level, to me, that's very important.
Yes, that's something we can get the comparison for the reading.
Yeah, did you have a question? Any other questions for,
I have one. You mentioned intervention, on those low ones that went below the, what does that look like?
So, for example, in grade 6 and 7, we did see the drop, and you guys, if you guys remember correctly, you guys did hire an interventionist for 6th and 7th grade for math. So now the 6th and 7th grade students actually have a math intervention. I believe she started maybe like 2 weeks ago. So she's, that is a process that we are getting into the swing of doing that way. And that is how we address most of the interventionists. They're going through an RTI class, and at junior high that was missing, but now that we added that, it's there for to help the students as well. And then of course, in the other elementaries, they have that block already built in to their master schedule. So the RTI is, or I can't call it RTI, but the RTI response intervention is happening during those blocks in their master schedule.
Thank you.
any more questions? Or, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see, where are we now?
Closed session.
Okay, number 7, we're gonna go into, closed session again. The board of trustees will meet in closed sessions authorized by the Texas Government Code, Chapter 551, and the Open Meeting Act. Anna?